The German officer took a bite of an apple. Then the man calmly pulled out a grenade and took a bite from it too. This shocked the officer. He thought the man was making fun of them, so he punched him. The man looked hurt, but a second later, he spat out an Iron Cross medal, Germany's highest honor. The officer became curious and asked where it came from, but the man said nothing. Instead, he performed a trick. He pulled out a pocket watch, and the officer immediately recognized it as his own. The officer tried to grab it, but the man suddenly jumped into a well. When the officer went to check, the man was pulled out and stretched out his hand. The officer clenched his fist, and the watch somehow returned to his pocket. Then the man began a funny performance. The German soldiers laughed loudly, but they did not know that a Soviet sniper was already aiming at them. The Soviet soldiers had surrounded the area. Their plan was to rescue the two girls being held hostage. So the man purposely performed tricks and acrobatics to distract the Germans. He started juggling balls and ran into a house. The officer ordered the soldiers to drag him out, but the man came back wearing a barrel. His silly appearance made the soldiers laugh again. The soldiers surrounded him, but when the officer checked, the man had disappeared. Everyone started looking for him. A moment later, he appeared on the roof. He pulled out a ladder and began doing dangerous acrobatic moves on it. The soldiers completely dropped their guard, but the officer sensed that something was wrong. He threatened the man and ordered him to come down quickly, using the hostages as leverage. The man had no choice. He jumped down from the roof and landed hard on the ground. The Germans were terrified. The officer rushed over, thinking the man was dead, but when he looked back, he realized the hostages were gone. At that moment, the Soviets opened fire. All the German soldiers were taken down. Only the young recruit was left alive. Suddenly, the man stood up again. He slowly looked at the young German recruit, raised his hand, pointed toward the river, and pulled the trigger. Just like that, the man completed his mission.